Holy cow, I've been walking for hours. Dave, are you home? Do you have a dog or something? Hello? What the...
Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again.
What's up, my friends? Kevin here, the Tattooed Toy Hunter, and I want to say happy Jurassic June to all of you collectors out there. It is Jurassic June, and I'm going to try my hand at doing some dinosaur reviews, as you see in front of you here. I was shopping at one of my local Walmarts here in Corpus Christi recently, and I came across these bad boys in the clearance aisle for, as you can see, $7 each. We got the Regalosauratops, and then we have Orcoraptor, and I just thought they were so amazing. I love the sculpt of the bodies. I love the paint apps. I like that it has roar functions. Both of them have the wild roar gimmick. I think they're just excellent dinosaurs, and for the price point of $7, I could not pass them up. Of course, these are one of the newer lines, I think, that has finally gone to clearance. These are the Dino Trackers by Mattel. Both of these have some really great look to them. Both of these still work, even though on clearance, they still have their gimmick. You can see the Regalosauratops, and they kind of do a little head nod, like Night at the Roxbury's. But they look great. What did y'all think about my little skit there? Pretty good? Anyway, these are 4 and up, which that covers us, as you hear my buddy Dave always say on his dinosaur reviews. Let's go ahead and take a look at the boxes real quick before we carve into these. First of all, we have the Regal here. I'm just going to call him the Regal, if that's okay with y'all. The box, very nice open box, but we'll still have to cut him out. Let's see, inside there, we've got the directions, the legals. And then we got Jurassic World. I'm sorry, that's probably going to go off throughout this review, because every time you touch the head. But there's the Jurassic World logo on the side. The back, we have some legal readings you can do there. And then they have it in, let's see, made in China, has it in some Spanish. There's a little rundown also on this guy. And the features, you can apparently use the little scanner and open up the little door there and scan that. Pretty cool concept there. Here's a little description on how to operate the head nod deal, which we did earlier. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. There's the other side. So we have the Dino Trackers line logo, and then another Jurassic World. And I love the artwork here, the box. Very nice looking. Good shot of our Regal here. I like the little spines coming down off his tail. I think that's a nice touch. Very cool. We'll open him up momentarily. Let's go ahead and take a look at Orco. Here's the Orcoraptor. Love the look of him. He looks just like a meteor raptor. But the sculpt, once we get into it more, you can see the sculpt. And it kind of almost looks like a bird or something, like feathers or some type of fur texture, which I think look great. Just so much detail. The teeth, the mouth, and then his gimmick. Really nice. Box is the same. We got Orcoraptor, Wild Roar gimmick. Got him for $7. Nice little picture of him here on the side. Jurassic World logo, Dino Trackers logo. There's the 4+, Mattel. Same side shot. Here's the back. He's looking great. Here's his little gimmick and how to use it. Levels of aggression. So it has levels to his anger. We'll get more into that when we open him up, though. Here's a little rundown on the scan to unlock, which I've never done, so that would be cool to see. It says, get Jurassic World Facts app. So, if you want to learn more about the facts, I'm assuming of this guy, Orcoraptor, pick up the little scan tab and scan them. Very cool. Alright, so let's open these bad boys up and get into the nitty gritty. All right, my friends. So I would like to thank Mattel for making these boxes extremely easy to open. I mean, you could tell that someone 4 and up probably could navigate through this packaging with relatively ease. Uh, as you can see, it had another insert in each of them, and it had like this little piece of blistering plastic here where each tail is disconnected to make the packaging a decent size, I'm assuming. And so it was very easy to cut these 2 little ties. Both of them had 2, and that was it. The dinosaurs came out freely, and then you had to pick up this little plastic tab just to easily get the tail out. So I think they did a good job on that. Inside the packaging, we have like I'm assuming, legal stuff, and let's look at Orcoraptor here. It's the instructions. I'm assuming it doesn't take much for the instructions to... They show here like a screwdriver. I guess this is for the batteries, but we're lucky that it came with batteries and they are functioning, so we can bypass that step. And then it shows you here on this side where the little tab is. Let's go ahead and take a look at those tabs real quick. So they pull out with relative ease. And here's his. It's hidden with the spines of the back, which I think is really cool. Gives you a little handle. So let's continue here. This is how you utilize the fax app, which is cool. What else do we have here? And then instruction on the first step is just to snap the tail in. Looks very easy, and then you can align it with the paint apps so that you know it's in line. And then it shows you how to move the roar button. It has a switch that goes from left to right, and it turns his head left and right for the roar effect. So that's really easy. You could figure that out without really looking at the instructions. Let's go ahead and see. They have the same thing over here with Regal Triceratops. I love the Triceratops, so I'm assuming he's in the same family. They did a great job. Yeah, more legals for products sold in the U.S. Legal jargon. Here's another one. So we can move these out of the way. So let's go ahead and take a look at each of these dinosaurs. I'm going to start with Orcoraptor. He's actually my favorite out of these 2. I love the color. I love the paint apps. I think he looks really good. So we're going to move this fella out of the way. And let's get into him. So let's go ahead and make him look like a full dinosaur. So it shows just to snap it in. I mean, that's super easy. Super easy. So that lines up perfect. So let's go ahead and start with this overall look. Amazing. The paint apps, I think it's great. I love how he has kind of like a green and it fades into a darker green here. And then we have the stripes down the tail with some lighter gray paint there. Excellent work. This is easy to open up. We'll check that out too later. And then here, the mouth. I love jaw articulation, is like everything to me. So we have nice jaw articulation. You got like the head's on a ball there. So he has really good movement. Of course, it's fun to play with him because he has amazing roaring. And it's got multiple recordings because it's not just one plain roar. If I had any complaints, like this sculpt here on the top of the head, I love that it's sculpted in like fur or whatever it is. I wish they put a little more paint into that area because it looks like just kind of plain plastic. But they make up for it in that eye. Like in the eye socket area, you got some yellow paint. Then you got some darker kind of blackish paint there. And I think it makes him look real menacing. You got the recess of the nostril with a little bit of paint in there to make it look deeper. And all the little bumps and ridges of his body, the sculpting, the furry leg. Excellent work. The big old menacing, scary arms. Now these arms only have one point of articulation. It's at the shoulder, and it's a hinge peg. So, and it's ratchet. You can feel it kind of click as you go around. But he has a full rotation. Wait. The other arm, the same thing. You can feel it clicking, like almost like a wrench kind of action. And he can spread his arms fully extended, like if he's going to grab at something. It can come in that much. And they pivot all the way around with ease. Very nice. The legs kind of have that hinge that kind of you can pull out into the body, and you can give him a wider stance, which I think is really cool. He stands really well because he's got those big wide feet, so the base is nice. There's a screwdriver if you have to get in and change out batteries, but luckily for us, he is good to go. They did such a good job with his sculpt. He's probably standing about a good 5 inches tall in his stance here. Really nice looking. I'm very happy with him. And I definitely am happy to pick these two guys up because I'm not the type of dinosaur collector where I need every single type of dinosaur, fictitious or otherwise. I just want to have the ones that I think are aesthetically pleasing so I can army build like a large little section of dinosaurs. But Orcoraptor is definitely a really cool pickup, and for $7, yeah, I'm not complaining. I don't see much flaws in him. All right, so let's go ahead in and take a look at Mr. Regal. So here we have, kin to the Triceratops, we have the Regaliceratops. Let me know, Dave, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. So I love this kind of mustardy yellow color. I think it looks really good at pops. Again, we're going to snap in the tail. With ease, it goes right on. This little piece is you could tell it's kind of more of a softer, rubbery material that they make these little spines on the back. And this has been either glued or attached somehow to the body. It's not actually a actual permanent sculpt of the body. You could tell it's been attached. But Mattel did a good job. I love all this extra paint. We have a brownish and a greenish color on the spots. I think it's really nice touch. He stands better than the other one. I think the way his feet are sculpted, they're just really smooth. They're not as big, but he doesn't have the huge toenails that Orko has. So he stands really nice. So one thing I don't like about him is you can see the mouth. He doesn't have jaw articulation, which, that's unfortunate. He still looks amazing, and I get that he has a smaller mouth as opposed to his buddy over here, big mouth. But I sure do love the jaw articulation. Unfortunately, we don't have it here. But we have his 3 horns. They put on a nice little green paint app across the eyes. I think it makes him look cool. His eyes look good. I don't see as much detail in the paint around the eyes as we have in Orko, but I'm not complaining. And then these little horn ridges around the top here, they kind of look like they've been dipped in a more brown paint. It's nice. They gave a little love to it. I take it. I take it all day. Got a little bit of green paint here with some type of tan behind it. Kind of pops nicely on that mustardy yellow color. Also, just notice these little doors here to the little scanner. They have, let's see if I can get in closer, the little Jurassic World logo in there. That's nice. So we close that up. That's what the top of them looks like. They did such a good job. I'm so happy with it. He also has the hinged peg arms. You can see they're a lot stubbier than the other guys, fat and stubby, but he can reach out and then they spin around as well. There's only that one point of articulation there. Now, on the hind legs, again, they kind of have that where they can kick out a little bit, which gives him a nice stance. He's not going anywhere when you have those legs kicked out. You can see they're a lot wider. But that's the only point of articulation he has. Remember when we got the Indoraptor, he had the different knee joints were articulated as well. This guy just has the little tail part that spins, but it doesn't look really good when it's not lined up. So you kind of want to just leave it where it's meant to be with the sculpt lining up. That's okay though. I still dig it. I think he looks good. Mr. Regal here looks Really nice for an army build that I'm doing. Again, he goes left and right, so he could say no, and you can hear multiple roars. I mean, these are just so much fun. For $7, who's going to pass that up? I think they look great. I know this wasn't like the greatest review probably, but I did enjoy picking these up. I love that they have the roar gimmick. I think they did a really good job on the paint. Mattel did a great job. They stepped up their game on these, in my opinion. But I'm definitely happy to add them to my Jurassic collection. More of my collection is vintage, but I think these are simple enough and nice enough detail that they fit right in with the old stuff as well, with the 90s stuff from all the movies. So, Owen Grady for president, y'all. This is going to be my review for Jurassic June. Again, we have the Regaliceratops, and we have Orcoraptor. And that's going to be the review, my friends. This is Kevin, the Tattoo Toy Hunter, reminding you never give up that hunt. And y'all stay safe from dinosaurs. Peace. Pew, 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 pew. Wicked. You can't stop shit.